Well, I'm finally doing the killer dowel pin fix, but I'm a little too late. My front cover's already been broke, but I'm just going to silicone it. It ain't that bad. But I made a tool so that I can rotate that crankshaft from the front and reach through those windows in the cam gear and tighten those 3 bolts that are behind the cam gear. Now, one of them's a little tough. I'm going to show you what I made. I actually bought this piece. That's made by Fleece. You get it off of eBay. Sometimes they're 90 bucks. Sometimes you get lucky and get one for 35. That's made to bolt on top of the harmonic balancer. Well, I cut the center out of the balancer and I made the piece small enough to where that can all go through the hole in your timing cover, so that if you're working on this thing over a couple of days and it's outside and you want to stick the cover back on it to keep the engine clean, keep the critters out, you can. You just bolt that on the front of the crankshaft and you turn it with a 1/2 inch drive ratchet. Y'all see what I mean there? Now I can turn this crankshaft with a ratchet from the front, and I don't have to have somebody back there turning the barring tool stuck in the flywheel housing. You'd see my gear case right here is already busted. That killer dowel pin got me. It come out, went through here, and it only broke it right here. This was kicked out a little more, and I done a little grinding there with a Dremel and knocked that back in. I'm just going to silicone it and leave it be. We'll go ahead and tighten up all the bolts in here. There's 5 bolts. There's 3 behind the gear here, 1 up here by your killer dowel pin, and 1 over here. Most important thing is to make sure those bolts are tight when you do a front seal or you do your killer dowel pin, because those bolts being loose is what causes all this mess to wiggle around and makes that pin want to come out and begin with. If it wasn't for the vibration and the bolts coming out, I don't think the killer dowel pin would have ever fell out. When I tore this down, every bolt was loose, every one of them. Hope that helps y'all out. This is a lot handier than having somebody turn it back there by the flywheel housing.